And the other half of Totally Insane, Mr. Capone. Man, what's good?
Oh shit, man, chilling, man. Laid
Yeah.
back in the lab, finishing up this album, getting ready for this album to drop next Friday. My new
Okay.
single just dropped today. G
Yup.
Code,
Yup.
featuring Hood Stars. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My album Say
That shit
Valentine's
hard.
Day Massacre dropped on the 16th. Thanks to you,
Hell,
you debuted my
hell
Bay
yeah.
Area Compass.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, bro. Happy to do that, bro. Yeah, so let's
Thank
just jump right. Hey, you welcome, bro. Hey, let's just jump right into it, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to go in depth. I'm gonna try to talk about the past, present, and a little bit
you.
of
For
the
sure.
future. You feel me? Um, so obviously growing up from East Palo Alto, what made you want to start rapping, bro?
Um, just listening to it, just being a fan of it. You know what I'm saying? My mom used to, you know what I'm saying? I grew up listening to music. My mom's kept all the newest records in the house.
Yeah.
My mom was real instrumental in music. And once listening to rap, I just knew I wanted to be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? The
Yes.
first record that made me want to rap was Roxanne Roxanne by UTFO. Once I heard
Yeah.
that
Okay.
shit, my mom bought me the single. You know what I'm saying? They got the song on
Yeah.
one side and got the instrumental on the other side. So
Yeah.
once I
Yeah.
learned once I learned all the words to it, I flipped it over. My mom bought me a little recorder with a mic on it, and I just start flipping the beat. First I did they verses over, and then I start putting my own words into it. And then after a
Okay.
while, once I got the formula, I totally took their lyrics out and just started putting my own shit onto that beat. And
Damn.
once I recorded my own original song to the beat, then I start passing out, letting my homies hear it, letting my
Yeah.
some of the neighborhood ballers like my nigga Michael Washington and Chris Washington them hear the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool, man. Damn. And then that's how did you connect with Mac 10?
I met me and Mac 10 been knowing each other since kindergarten. Shout out to my boy $10. We've been knowing each other
Okay.
since kindergarten. We was in the same
Okay.
kindergarten class. And my mom used to live right around the corner from his grandmother, so we grew up together. And
Damn.
once we got in like the 5th grade, that's when we both start rapping and start fucking with the music, you know.
Yeah, y'all were hitters, bro. Like that duel right there, bro. That shit was crazy, bro. Like if you guys not only complimented each other, you guys both talented. You know what I'm saying? Like both spitters, bro. It was
Thank you.
crazy, bro. So
Thank you.
growing up in EPA, you welcome. Growing up in the EPA, bro, like the Washingtons, you heard of them? They were
Yes.
doing big. They
Michael
were doing big
Washington's,
things. Go
yeah.
ahead.
Without
Okay.
Michael Washington, there would be no Totally Insane. Um, the song, I touched on a couple of verses on I Don't Even Trip and on What You Know. But the story is we did a talent show at Kelly Park.
Yeah.
Um, the shit got shot up. A couple of days later, I was coming from school. I was going to high school, getting off the school bus, and I used to have to walk by Michael, Chris, and Ray Washington them house on my way home because I live right around the corner from them, but they live closer to the bus stop. So I'm walking down the street. He out there washing his car one day, and he pulled me over like, "Hey, bro, I seen y'all rock the talent show the other night, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all sounded pretty good. You ever thought about going to the studio and recording that shit and kind of, putting that shit out?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, but that shit take bread."
Yeah.
He's like, "Nigga, bread ain't shit. Nigga, you know who you talking to?" Yeah.
Okay.
He had put a demo out and he had recorded that shit at Bankroll Studio with TC. TC
Okay.
engineered the shit. So I went home, called that shit, talked to TC, got all the information, ran back around the corner, and I told Mike, man, that motherfucker went to that nigga had an all-white Nissan Tercel or some shit, a Nissan
Yeah.
Tercel sitting in front of his house. He popped the trunk, went up in that motherfucker, came out with a brown paper bag, looked like I had cheeseburgers and french fries in that motherfucker. Threw that shit to me. Said, take
Wow.
that shit home, see what you can do with that. So I run around the corner, go to the house. I dumped the money out on the bed, count that shit. It was $5,800.
Damn. Just like that.
Called TC, just like that. Called TC, booked 100 hours. I kept the other, you know what I'm saying? I spent
Yeah.
3 G's on 100 hours. The other
Yeah.
2,800 I put up under my mattress.
Yeah.
And shit. Went up
And
to
that.
Bankroll. Me, Doc Louie, my nigga Doc Louie and Tim went up there. Met
Yeah.
TC. and started recording. Like about a week later, that's next weekend, put some shit
Wow.
together, went in there, and start recording.
That's crazy. What so obviously we, I'm saying, we ain't gonna go too much in detail about the Washingtons and what they was doing, but what made you not want to go that route? You feel me? Like, even though we knew what you saw and how you grew up amongst East Palo Alto and what was happening out there, since it was the murder capital back then. But what made you
Yeah.
not want to go that route?
Well, I did go that route.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did go that route. I mean,
Yeah.
grew up where I grew up. I grew up on the strip, dog. I grew up on
Yeah.
Alberni, bro, on the corner of
Right.
Alberni and Jervis. That was the dope track.
Yeah.
So I was kind of like born into it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
My dad got that spot popping. You know what I'm saying? Back in the '70s.
Yeah.
So I was kind of like born into that shit.
Damn.
And I did get into it. Mike tried to keep us out of it, me and Ten out of it. Mike
Yeah.
didn't want us to grind once we started doing the music shit. He wanted us to
Yeah.
just focus on the music. But how can you tell us that, nigga? You balling like fuck. We seen you coming through and
Mhm.
drop Mercedes Benzes with hella jewelry on, with all the fly shit on, and you want me to
Yeah.
just be broke and rap? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I mean, it was rough. You know what I'm saying? He was mad at us. He used to chase us off the block and shit. But
I bet.
I mean, shit, I had to eat too. But I
For
mean,
real.
as far as the Washingtons go, we can dig deep into the Washingtons, because the Washingtons is not only a big part of Totally Insane history. The Washingtons
Yeah.
name is a big part of East Palo Alto history. Period. So
Yeah.
if you got any
Yeah.
questions about them, it's cool. I mean,
Well,
I
no,
know I know what my limits are. Yeah.
no, for sure. No, no, it's not that I don't want to. It's just that, um, I mean, what I'm saying, let you can tell me what they was doing and shit. Like, they was getting it down. They was making it
Oh
happen out
shit!
there.
I just run it to you then. Well,
Yeah.
back in the '80s, man, them was like who can I who can I compare them to that the world would know? Um, a family of three brothers just balling like fuck
Yep.
and had the whole city under control.
Crazy.
You know what I mean? It was kind of like some, they was balling, but they wasn't with the violence and they wasn't with the murder. They was just about
Yeah.
Mike, Ray, and Chris were just about getting money. Neither one
Right.
of them was they had to, but they wasn't into that.
Yeah.
They was like bring the community together and the motherfuckers get money. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? If you around there struggling and your mama can't pay the light bill, Mike can throw you a $200 sack or something. You know
Damn.
what I'm saying? Like it ain't shit.
Yeah.
So they was really like, Mike in particular, especially, was really like a neighborhood Robin Hood, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ray and Chris was a little different, you know what I'm saying? Ray and
Right.
Chris was a little more selfish. I don't want to really say that, but
No, but yeah,
Mike
much
was
different.
giving.
Yeah.
Right, they were just different. Mike was giving, bro. We be out there playing tag football in the street. Mike would come through in the drop bins, throw a handful of ones out the fucking roof. Have
Wow.
motherfuckers scrambling for it. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Or pull over, see us at the ice cream truck, and buy everybody ice cream, buy the whole ice cream truck. You know what I'm saying? He was
Yeah.
that type of motherfucker. So
That's funny.
I mean, and really what he did for me was, by him extending the bread like that for me to do the Tony Insane shit, he saved our lives. Like
Yeah.
he really saved our lives and changed the direction of our lives. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
So I'll forever be grateful for Michael Washington. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I still do this shit for Michael Washington.
And then, a lot of people don't really know that too, because what I'm saying, what they did. I mean, unless you were from the 50s, back then there was a 4 and 5, and like, and you knew about it. You feel me? Like, now it's what, 30 years? I don't know how many years later, but man, it's been a while, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Where are they at now?
They all dead, bro.
Crazy,
Michael
huh?
Ray and Chris is dead, bro. Michael
Damn.
died first. Michael died August 20th, 1991. Ray died in 1997. Chris Washington died in 2003, 4,
Yeah.
something like that. So they
Crazy.
died. Their mom just passed away and their baby sister just passed away. Their mom
Man,
died
right.
last year and their youngest sister died last year.
That's crazy.
So even though they was like East Palo Alto royalty, where they still are, they're like
Yeah.
East Palo Alto royalty. They had so many tragedies in their story, in their family. It's like their
Yeah.
father died. Odell died back in the 90s. So just a
Wow.
lot of tragedy, bro, and a lot of murders.
Yeah.
Each one of them got murdered. Mike, Ray,
Damn.
and Chris got murdered.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Mike and Chris, Mike and Ray
Yeah.
got murdered in Oakland, and Chris got murdered in East Palo Alto. So
Damn.
all died with money, all died balling. And You know,
There was
just
always someone trying to get to him,
tragic
though.
story.
Yeah, that
Huh?
sucks, bro. I said there was probably someone trying to get
Yeah.
to him. Well,
Yeah. Well,
okay,
each story was something different. Each story
yeah, I
was a
bet.
different circumstance. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't. I don't. It wasn't. None of the deaths were tied in. It was each a different story. Mike
Different
was
story.
fucking with a bitch. The nigga was jealous. Killed Mike. Ray
Damn.
was wrapped up in some shit out of town, and niggas killed him. Chris got robbed and got murdered. So it was just like three different, incidences.
Hey, that sounds like it should be on the Netflix special though, for real.
Huh?
I said that should have been on a Netflix special.
Definitely. Well, I'm working on the documentary right now. I started with my boy.
All right, that's what I was about to ask.
Me and my boy JT Farajai is working on our documentary right now. I'm just kind of like writing out the script and everything, putting everything together, picking out all the cats I want to interview. I already hollered at Black Sheep,
Yeah.
Lee. I'm trying to find Jason Blaine if I can find Jason. Yeah, I'm trying to put together a good, totally insane documentary.
Hey,
Um,
that'll be dope,
Otto,
bro.
Otto Washington is dead, but I could speak to like some of their sons is out here. My boy Jere is out here. I can interview him, and so I'm
Yeah.
putting it together.
Okay. Oh,
I'm gathering pictures, and I got a lot of
yeah.
pictures from back in the '80s and '90s and shit. So
Let me know if you need any help, bro.
yeah.
Cause I'm down to help. You know what I'm saying? Well,
Oh,
whatever I
for
can.
sure,
Yeah. For
definitely,
real.
definitely.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I definitely
Um.
need your help.
Hell yeah. PLR, bro. Let's talk about that. Did you ever think about going or doing that? Like, what does PLR stand
PLRs is back in the '70s. It was like a car club out of East Palo Alto called PLR, Professional Lowriders.
for? Okay.
And us growing up as youngsters, we used to look up to the OGs with the lowriders and the motorcycles and shit. So
Yeah.
uh, we fell up under the PLR car.
Okay.
But in the 1990-91, the town divided. We became Midtown.
Oh,
PLRs PLRs were still PLRs, but the younger factions became C Street, DeVille, the G, Midtown. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
My generation became something different. We went to the streets with it. To where it started as niggas with lowriders. Motherfuckers out there with the tricked out lowriders. They got the car club. And they up at Jack Farrell Park on a Saturday or Sunday with all their
Mm,
cars out there and they hopping and they represent.
yeah.
That came from the 70s. In my
Okay.
generation, we wasn't into the lowrider. We was into high performance and guns.
Yep.
So the whole culture changed. You know what I mean? From our father's eras to our era. Yeah.
Okay. So your pops was part of the PLR.
Yes. Yes. PLR still exists. PLR still do car shows. PLR still do the Juneteenth festivals in East Palo Alto. Them and the Soul
And,
Brothers. The Soul Brothers is a motorcycle club.
yeah.
They call it Lay 'em Low. They got a group called Lay 'em Low, but they PLRs. They
Okay.
are older. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them are older. Um,
Yeah.
but they still active in the community. They still do shit in the community. You know,
You still
I
out
do
there
a
in
lot of
PA?
shit with them.
Yeah.
I do a lot of shit every day. I do the Juneteenth damn near every year, and they sponsor it. Them and the Soul Brothers sponsor it, so I collab with them every year. You know what I'm saying?
Damn. Dope. That's
I go to
dope.
all their functions. I perform at a lot of their functions.
Okay. Man, you gotta give me some of that footage, man, so I can upload it, bro. All that shit.
For
You know
sure,
what I'm saying? Man, we gotta
for
keep
sure.
that. We gotta keep that. Preserve it.
Yeah, I got hella show footage. I'll send you
Yeah.
stuff I'm using in the documentary too. But
Hell
I'll send
yeah.
you some.
Okay, so then moving forward, bro, with the totally insane, I'll drop a few albums, bro. I know I was talking to one of my good friends the other day, and I was telling him about that one song that's hella funny to this day, bro. But when you said I shot the Mexican in there, you know what I'm saying? And then we're like, it was like I couldn't believe it. He was my amigo. But man, you never caught any slack from that shit, like from Latins or anything? Because I know PA used to have hella Latin.
Man, now all my PA Mexicans love that shit because if you listen to the song,
Yeah,
what I'm saying is I had love for the Migo. I went to
yeah,
go try to cop some dope and the nigga tried to rob me. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
I couldn't believe it, man. That was my Migo. So So a lot of the Mexican cats that hear it be like, they love that shit because it's like
Yeah.
got the
To this day.
Mexican in the head 2 times. They love
Yeah.
that shit. Like, yeah, that shit was hard.
Yeah.
But
That
it
shit.
was
Hey,
just
that.
a story I was telling, and like I said, if you listen to the lyrics of the story, I was trying to cop from the Migo. The nigga double crossed me. I had to
Yeah.
pop him to get up out of there. You know what I'm saying? And then
That.
after I did it, I was like fucked up about it. Like, damn, I couldn't believe it. That's my
Yeah.
amigo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, that song still goes, bro. Like I still knock that shit.
I do that shit in shows. I start my
I
shows
know.
off with that. That
Yeah.
shit
That
rocks
shit.
every
Oh,
time.
hell yeah. And if they don't know, they need to know because that shit still goes to this day.
Yeah.
Feel me?
I,
Um,
I still rock that shit.
how, with the change of streaming and all that shit, how does that look? Like, what? I haven't even looked at it, but what album is doing better than the others from the older? Do you ever look at those numbers?
Yeah, I do all the time. Well, I look at I got control of all our music through Empire,
Right.
so
Yeah.
I look at our numbers a lot.
Okay.
The thing about streaming is, bro, it's hard to get paid during streaming because it's kind of like it's like phantom numbers. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
A song is a percent of a percent of a percent. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And
Yep.
how does that equate? That ain't the math that they taught us in school.
Hell
A
nah.
dollar is a dollar. A
Yeah.
penny is a penny. A nickel is a nickel. A dime is a dime.
Not a
So what is a percent? What is 0.00009% of a penny?
yeah.
You know what I'm
Not
saying?
yeah. Crazy.
Right. So it's like it's like it's easier to put product out, but it's harder to get paid for it, get compensated from it
Yeah.
because they make it so easy to put it out, but it's harder to get a return on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So a lot of artists from my era is fucked up because they took CDs out the game, they took tapes and shit out
Yeah.
the game, and
Yeah.
in our era, CDs was the product. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
how we gauge how much money we supposed to get.
Yeah.
And now if it's just in the air, if it's just electronic and it's just invisible, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to sell so many streams to get a penny or a dollar. It's like
That's
fuck,
crazy.
bro. You know,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
fucked up.
So okay. So and my bad for asking because I'm not really sure. But what happened between and Mac? Like, I'm not saying y'all fell out. I know you said that's your boy and all. Like, why isn't he doing songs anymore? Like, how come y'all ain't dropping shit together?
Well, for a long time, he was done with the music game. He was just
Yeah.
like fed up.
Yeah.
Once we got out of the intermittent contract and shit, he was kind of like frustrated with the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so he kind of like fell back. Me, I've always been in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is what I do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I've always stayed dedicated. We've always been homies. We've always been best friends, even to this
Yeah.
day. It's
Yeah.
just he went in a different direction. He didn't want to do the music shit, and I kept doing it. So my goal was to carry the torch. You know what I'm saying? My
Yeah.
goal was to keep the name alive, even without him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you see, I did that. We at one time we had brought Scoot into the group. Scoot from Hood Stars. It was in our group for,
Yep. That.
and
Yep.
um, and that was because Ten wasn't really fucking with the music, and me and Scoot was heavy into the music. So I felt that to keep the name alive, we kind of like a hitman, like a Black Sea hitman or Mr. C type thing.
Yeah.
Even though their situation was Mr. C died, but
Yeah.
Hitman was there from the jump.
Yeah. He was.
Hitman was there from day one, so he knew the blueprint.
Yeah.
He knew the play. You know what I'm saying? He knew the playbook. So it
Yeah.
was easy for Black Sea to just pull Hitman into the fold and keep and continue with the group. And that's what I did with Ten, with
Yeah.
Scoop. Ten
True.
didn't want to rap no more, and Scoop was there from day one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He knew
Yeah.
the blueprint. He know the playbook. So I just pulled him in.
Yeah.
Now
And
once after I
yeah.
go ahead,
No, I was just gonna say Scoot's a beast too.
a
Crazy.
beast,
Man.
a super beast.
Hell
Yeah,
of
yeah.
but no,
And what happened was
go
when I
ahead.
got locked up and went to the feds,
Yeah.
that's when Scoot and Band-Aid. Band-Aid is from a group that I put out called Never Legal. Band-Aid started out in a group called Never Legal that I produced back in the early 90s. And once I went to prison, Scoot and Band-Aid got together. I mean, we all do music together. We all stay together. So it was
Yeah.
always a PIC, Partners in Crime type thing. And once
Yeah.
I, went down, Band-Aid's group went down. My boy D-Dow went to jail. I think my boy G went to jail. Money Mark started doing his thing, and Band-Aid was just kind of like out there, and the school was out there together, and just said, "Fuck it, let's come together and put together Hood Star." You know.
Yeah.
7, 8.
Well, we ever. I don't know. Have you ever back 10?
Say it again.
Have you ever tried to get 10 back into it though? Like at least on a song or a hook or whatever.
Well, he did an album. He did a whole album in 2019
Yeah.
called His Personal. He did a whole album. We got a collab song on there. Yeah. So he
Okay.
came back for a minute.
But you're not feeling it,
But
huh?
he just ain't feeling it. Yeah, he just ain't,
Yeah.
just ain't with it.
I guess.
Some motherfuckers, damn, how can I explain it? It's some motherfuckers got passion for it and some people don't. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? The people that got passion for it continue to do it no matter what. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
What
he
about
just,
TC and you guys, man, like that
oh yeah,
work?
me and TC still do shows and shit together. We still do
Yeah.
Totally Insane shows together.
Man.
As far as production, TC had kind of like stopped doing production for a while. He was heavy into DJing. You know,
Yeah.
TC DJ at a lot of clubs out there in San Francisco. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
he
Sure.
like a big DJ out there in Frisco. So
Yeah.
he just been doing that for some years. But we still come together and do Totally Insane shows. I did a show with
Okay.
RBL about 2 weeks ago, in out San Francisco at the Marriott. Shout out to my nigga Black C. I still do shows.
Oh, okay. Man.
Yeah.
Okay, no, that's good to know, man. I was just curious because you know what I'm saying that, like I said, when you guys were together and you guys did music, bro, that shit was just like so unstoppable. You feel me? Like when you guys dropped, every album that you guys dropped was just classic ass material. You feel me? Just like from the back streets, direct from the back streets, going insane. Like, bro, you guys were just hitting back to back to back. You feel me? Like,
Backstreet Life.
yeah,
Yeah.
Backstreet Life.
We was just it was the chemistry, bro.
Yeah,
You gotta think at that time, me and Tim was everyday niggas.
yeah,
We was grinding together, we was fucking bitches together,
yeah,
we was hanging drinking together, we was living together, we was experiencing the same things at those times.
yeah,
And we was just reporting it from his lens and my lens.
yeah,
So the music the reason it was so cohesive is because it was coming from the same place. We stand on the same block. We saw the
yeah,
same nigga get shot. We saw the same dope fiend get beat up. We
yeah,
we was running to the same car. So
yeah,
the music was it blended because we grew up together. We've been best friends since kindergarten. So our
yeah.
whole life been together. We witnessed this shit together. We came up
Right.
together. We wasn't no
That's
put together group. We wasn't two niggas that motherfucker just put together. We was rapping in school, grade school, elementary
man.
school, to junior high
Isn't that
school, to high school, to
isn't that crazy
yeah,
though how
doing
that
talent
works? Like,
shows. And
yeah, like isn't that crazy how that works though? Like look at Totally Insane, look at Bone Thugs, look at like all the dope ass groups that came out period around the world, bro. Like and they were impactful and all of a sudden after so many years shit just changed. You feel me? Like I don't know. It's just amazes to me that it's amazing to me to see that and how it could like instead of continue to go up and maneuver upwards, it tends to like kind of plateau and then all of a sudden everyone kind of changes. But it comes with age, I guess. Um,
yeah, I mean, new motherfuckers come in. We
yeah,
was, we had the early streaming motherfuckers came in the midnight. You had Three Times Crazy came. You had Loonies came. You had,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? The especially I'm just saying talk about Bay Area standard.
yeah,
Motherfucker, the style changed. And even though and what happened with us was we was out in the streets. We could have kept going. I know all them cats, Keek and all Three Times
yeah,
Crazy, all them dudes. We could have kept coming and collaborating and all that shit, but
yeah,
we
yeah,
was in the streets, we was going to jail, we was, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
We was out there. And that's where remember Dave Chappelle had the skit when keeping it real goes wrong?
yeah,
That shit was real, bro, and that
yeah.
shit was going wrong.
Uh, yeah,
and
that's
the
bro.
street shit and our life was interfering with the music. And vice,
Damn. Yeah,
our life was interfering with the music.
yeah. It's all good. I mean, shit, y'all, like I said, y'all impactful, bro. Like seriously, like this is every material till this day now, bro. That music raised a lot of people. You feel me? Like a lot of motherfuckers, bro.
Yeah.
Now what
Yeah.
about Rogue? What can you tell me? Like, how did that word come about? Like, like being from the Bay Area, bro. Like, when when someone said and spoken Rogue, that you knew they were from East Palo Alto. You knew they were from EPA.
Definitely.
Like where did that come from? Where did it originate?
The word rogue in the dictionary means a a shady person or
Yeah,
a that's it's a couple of different, like a shady person or a roguish person, a motherfucker that ain't motherfucker you gotta watch,
yeah.
basically.
Yeah,
And somehow I think in the 70s, I don't know who originated the word, start using it in the town. I
yeah,
mean, a lot of people from out of East Palo Alto be tripping, but I've been hearing that word my whole life. It's
yeah,
nothing. It's like, it's nothing.
yeah, yeah,
Um, but rogue, we respent the word. My homie, my club, my family, my relative, my, you know what I'm saying, my
yeah.
comrade. That's what the word means to
Right.
us. We don't follow this meaning of it.
Nah, hell
We
nah.
we created our own meaning for it.
Yeah,
Just like the N word, just like the nigga word.
yep,
So some people it's derogatory, some people it's a term of endearment.
yeah,
And rogue is probably the same way, but in the Bay Area, motherfuckers know when you hear that rogue, that's East Palo Alto.
yeah.
For sure.
And good that you kind of touched on it too, because bruh, no matter where you was, even if you were in Oakland, San Francisco, even out in the valley, bro. Someone said Rogue, you already know, oh, he's from EPA. He definitely from EPA.
Yeah,
Like they automatically,
yeah,
bro. That's crazy.
yeah.
Um, how do you? What I want to know, bro, being where where's all the like you see Prozac now? We see what he's doing. You see Sean T and what he's did. You see what you guys have done. Chunk, Big, like all these cats from Palo Alto was so talented, bro. And it was only how big of a block? Like that shit was like a small ass little city. Feel me?
East Palo Alto ain't even 3 square miles, bro. That shit
No,
2.5, 2.6 square miles. It's
right,
like
bro.
30,000 population. It
Crazy.
was
And
even
look at
less back then, more now, since
yeah, but
Facebook
look at
and Amazon.
bruh, crazy, bro. Like and IKEA took the whole damn street. That's crazy, bro. Like, but do you still these cats like Shanti and Prozac, Mister? Oh, because a lot of people don't know that he was X-rated. You know what I mean? Like spitting that reggae shit.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. He was one of the pioneers of this motherfucker. He was probably the first cat to be on radio from East Palo Alto.
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, we had songs and albums that came out before Rated X, like Parts Unknown and So
yeah,
Busy and Shake and
yep,
shit like that. But I think Rated X was probably the first artist out of East Palo Alto to be on radio and
yeah,
rotation on KMEL, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely. They helped,
yeah,
they put us on the map, man.
yeah. Parts unknown. That's crazy. You
Yeah.
brought that. I remember that. I used to. That's. You ever taught the chunk?
Chunk, yeah. I haven't seen him in a while, but I'll be keeping in touch with Chunk. Chunk is
Okay.
another legend, another icon about this
Yeah.
motherfucker. Chunk took us. Rated X was the first motherfuckers on the radio, but Chunk was the first motherfucker that sold units worldwide. Everywhere we ever been, they knew who Chunk was.
Man.
So,
That's
shout out
that's
to
all.
my nigga Chunk.
Yeah, hey, bro, that song to this day still be hitting something, bro. Like the I'm gonna bust a song about how to treat a bitch. Remember that? And he was the first one before Kyrie did it, where each beat switched on that. You know what I mean? The mean person to the night.
Continued to switch. He was going back and forth like he was two people. Like,
Yeah, that was
yeah,
hard. Bro. I
that
remember
boy,
I heard that.
that was
Like,
hard as fuck.
yeah. Um,
Yeah.
still don't compare to people always asking where you been. That shit used to be. Hey, that's the one though. Bro.
That's our
I tell
biggest song.
huh?
That's our biggest song. That's our
Man,
biggest
that
streaming.
yeah, for sure is man. And I still stream that shit to this day, bro. That shit still go.
And all
Sometimes
I
I
was saying, you know what? To be honest with
huh?
you, bro, and all I was doing on that song was I had when I was in Glenwood Boys Ranch,
Yeah,
my English teacher made me write a poem.
yeah,
Made me write a poem. Now I didn't know how to write in poem form. I just knew how to write in rap form.
yeah,
And I Don't Even Trip was what I wrote. That was the project that I wrote for Glenwood. So when we did a whole nother album before Direct from the Backstreet. We had an album called Crazy Shit, already recorded, mastered, mixed, ready to go. When Michael Washington died, Chris Washington didn't want to put the album out. Can you hear me in my car? You know my boys. My boys over here doing their thing.
Yeah, all good. Yeah, we can hear you.
So, okay. So, we had a whole album called Crazy Shit already recorded. Wow. So when Michael Washington died, Chris didn't want to put the album out. So we had to scrap the album and come with a whole nother album. And Direct from the Backstreet was the album that we came with. In the process of us about to record that album, I was going through some old shit and found that fucking song. That song was really a project that I wrote for Glenwood for English class. And I kind of revised it and put it to be, made it a song form. Yeah, real shit.
Damn, crazy. That's a dope history,
I was even reading it off the paper. If you listen to the song closely, you can hear me switching the paper in the back.
Yep. Yeah, you heard it. That's what made it dope too, man. It made it like it was all, I don't know, just the whole came out, bro.
Smoke.
What's up, bro?
My man Gucci Smoke.
Gucci. What's Gucci?
What's up?
Feeling?
Yeah. Got the whole crew. We in the lab.
Okay. Shit.
What's that?
Yeah.
Oh, you got to hear
Hell yeah.
My album dropping Friday.
Man.
This nigga album finna come. D-Dow album finna come. Man, we
spend it, bro. I'm ready.
Fall out there finna be represented, bro.
Hell yeah. I can't wait to hear it, bro. Bro. And that was my other question I was gonna ask you, bro. Like, why doesn't, since all y'all came from it, how come is it hard to get you, Shanti, Prozac, you know what I'm saying, cats like that good chunk back in it, Mac 10, and just put together like a fucking dope ass album, bro? Like, how hard would that be?
I don't think that would be hard at all.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, Shanti doing my boy Gucci whole next album. So, we be collaborating. Everybody just in their own space in their own time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't think it's on purpose. I just think motherfuckers is just,
doing their thing,
doing their own shit.
Because I be Prozac fucking with LA and all that too. So I'm like, damn, that'd be dope if he got y'all connected. Feel me? Like,
because he fucking with 40 and Snoop and the whole shit. Cube and he still fuck with me. We still fuck with each other. That's my cousin. That's related. Me and Prozac related, actually. That's my cousin.
Shit, okay. Yeah, I didn't know that. It's a small world, bro. For real.
And he's a little older. He used to whoop our ass in the talent shows, and he used to go back and hone our skills,
bruh.
And once we got ready, Direct from the Backstreet.
Yeah.
Going back to the lab and coming new and yeah. So shout out to Prozac, man. He was real. Rated X was real instrumental in our history, bro. Cause them dudes were the niggas we was competing against. Dudes we was trying to beat.
Okay. So now let's bring it to the future now, bro. Got something dropping on Valentine's Day.
Say it again.
I said you have something dropping on Valentine's
Day. You was kind of breaking up. I didn't hear you.
Oh, okay. My bad. No, I was gonna say you have something dropping on Valentine's Day. Yeah.
Well, it just symbolizes, you know what I'm saying? I worked real hard on this album. Me and my team worked real hard on this album. We got some dope ass production. We got some dope ass. My man Buff A&R this motherfucker. Shout out to my nigga Buff.
Yeah.
Give my man flowers. This is my man Buff right here.
Yeah.
That's the mastermind. A&R the project.
Okay.
And we just kind of like, I feel that we worked hella hard on this shit.
Right.
And the material that we came with is finna kill motherfuckers. It's finna kill the game.
Man.
So if you know the history of the
Yeah. Yeah.
work, and I just like his name is Ty.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day mask.
Okay.
So to pay history and to make my own statement as this album is finna kill some shit in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
I named it.
Damn.
Just being cocky.
Yeah.
Just on some nigga shit.
Yeah. But that's just hard,
basically,
bro.
Huh?
It's hard. I can't wait to hear all of it, bro. I can't wait to knock it. I said I can't wait to knock it. I know. I said I can't wait to knock it. I think it's where you at. Its connection's pretty bad. Bad. And, and you're cutting out pretty bad though.
Huh?
I said you were cutting out pretty bad.
Get up, bad.
Yeah. But but let's end it right now. That way, and we'll continue it probably tomorrow, because it's already like I think almost 40 minutes in.
Man, you breaking up, bro. I can't understand you.
Yeah, it's all good.
Okay, now you cool.
Cool.
That what you just said was cool, was clear?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but no, what I was gonna say was let's end it here, bro. I'm gonna see how it came out and shit, and then we'll continue it on another day. You feel me? Huh?
Yeah.
All right, for
For
sure.
sure. For sure.